rubs against that and it creates like this weird rubbing of the leather. I don't know if that's real leather. The real leather wears like over time, and this is like years and years of this. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at these beautiful FILSON 256 briefcases. We have the otter green color that I recently purchased this month in March of 2023 for my birthday. We have this beautiful brown color that's discontinued, and this one is actually 10 years old today. This has a production date of March of 2013, and I've had this bag just as long. It was my daily bag for the first 2 or 3 years I had it, and then FILSON discontinued the color and ended up getting a same bag in this tan color that I use since then, from mid 2015s to recently when I misplaced it and I couldn't find it. Went online and 3 things shocked me. The price went up. My first FILSON bag I bought in the early 2000s for $170. At that time the retail was $225. Then the retails went up to $325 when I purchased this brown one. And even 2019, 2018 I saw the bags $325. So $450 was a sticker shock to me as to what's going on. The second thing was the bag was not available on FILSON's website and sold out all the place you look. And it's weird to me because this is like the BMW 3 Series of FILSON, because FILSON sells a lot of these bags. It's one of the probably top selling products. And it's one of the most, like, you see this bag, you associate it with FILSON. So for this to be like sold out or unavailable for a really long time on the website, from what I've seen in those comments, it's just weird to me. And there were rumors going around about FILSON's manufacturing closing down or moving to Mexico or Central America. I'm not sure of the information, if it's legit or what. I'm not going to spread that on this channel, but it is out there. You can Google and find out for yourself. And eventually, after a month of looking, I got this one for about $249, brand new, sealed in a wrap from someone selling it. They didn't even know what it was. Been wearing it since around March 2nd, my birthday I got it, and I noticed a couple of things that made me want to do this video. Is the quality still there? Is the craftsmanship still there? Right? Is the longevity factor still there? Like I said, you buy one of these bags in your early 20s, start your career, will last you until it's time to retire when you're 60, 70, 80. And they don't like disintegrate or, anything like that. They age perfectly with you. So it has a nice patina with the leather, it wears, and it takes on a different character and personality. And that's the beauty of these products, and that's why it's timeless. And when you talk about craftsmanship and quality with a FILSON product, I'm not even a fan of the brand, but I've had enough of the products to say this, that it's not an abstract thing that you have to go digging and looking through with a microscope, and it's there. It's like in your face when you look at it, right? It's in the zipper, in the leather, in the canvas, in the straps, right? It's on the surface of the bag. That's what I love about these bags. That's why I wanted to do this review, because $450 is a crazy price increase, and what other people are selling it for $500-600 is crazy. Would I still spend that money today on one of these newer post-pandemic bags? Probably not. But even looking at the 2 bags, right, in this video, I don't have to bring the cameras in close. You can see that this one is super floppy. It's just softer. It's just different versus it's a solid bag, right? This bag doesn't do that. And they have the same amount of stuff in them. It's not an anvil in this bag, right? And tissue paper in this bag. It's the same amount of stuff. And I just can't fold this, right? But this bag is foldable. So you can see the quality differences from there before I even bring the camera in. So if you want to stop watching the video now, because this answers your question, like, it's there, you can see the quality difference. Right? But let's bring the camera in and show you guys why this is happening. The inside tag is slightly different. FILSON have been using these black tags for a while now on the newer bags. I've seen this since back as 2019, 2018. 2000, maybe 17, I think I've seen that tag on bags. The inside label on these newer bags are slightly different. It looks like sort of like a label you see in a jacket or a t-shirt. So there's a couple of things. I'm going to do a close-up of what it's saying. So this says 100% cotton, and it now says made in USA of imported materials. There is a rumor of FILSON moving manufacturing to Mexico or Central America. I'm not sure if that's true or not. And this says it's the otter green and brass. There's no date. Normally FILSON has like a a 3-digit or 4-digit code that shows the date of production. I don't see that anywhere on here. If you guys know of where I could find that on these newer bags, let me know. Because inside the bag is your standard Filson fare. Let's look at the older bag real quick. I've previously reviewed this bag on the channel actually about 6 or 7 years ago with a brown duffel that I had. I can't even fold this. That's so crazy. So that's how firm that is. So the tag on this bag just tells me a couple of things. It says Filson, made in the USA. That's all I need to know. I don't need to know anything about imported materials, I don't think. Filson.com, style number is 70256, and 0313, that means the date of production was March 2013, and then the model is 70256, and then there's another number there, and it says the color is brown. Inside you have your standard outside pocket, standard 3 pockets. You have the outside pocket here, so it's a outer pocket here, inner pocket there, and then your mid pocket that's pretty big, and you could fit a 15-inch notebook or laptop in one of these things. These bags are heavy, they're about 4 pounds, so keep that in mind that you put in a notebook, a laptop in a 4-pound briefcase. So you have the back pocket here, and inside you have an admin pocket for pens, phones, and different things. I know this color is really dark, it's probably hard for you guys to see and focus on, for the camera to focus to show you, but these pockets are firm canvas, really nice quality, quality I've become accustomed to. That's pretty much the orientation of the bag, and this is the original when Filson did these white square labels inside, and it just says Filson. Sometimes these say made at Filson or Filson.com, but this one just says might as well have the best, a genuine Filson this product or whatever, and it says Filson Seattle. Leather is usually the standard double leather. The zippers are the brass sliding zippers, and on the zipper pull tabs or zipper, you hold this to pull a zipper. I've always hated this actually because it's never practical. I can never use it to grip it. And it just says like Filson and it's stamped in there, and you see the leather, the extra leather is buried in there, which is cool. Shoulder straps as well. So there's a quick orientation of these bags, and you have this flap that covers the zipper. A lot of people don't like this flap, I realize. And some of the newer nylon Filson bags, the modernized Filson bags, they get rid of this flap altogether. Practical flap because it keeps whatever you have in there watertight. And I've worn this particular bag actually in a downpour, like it was pouring rain. Everything inside this bag was dry, even though the outer canvas got like saturated water. My inside contents were dry. And that's why I like this flap. I don't think I'd ever buy a Filson brief with just like the zippers exposed like that because it's just silly. I know it does add a bit of weight, add a bit of bulk, but I don't care. Like, you know. So, like I said earlier, like you can see how this bag is just floppy. It folds so easy. It feels lighter when you hold two of these bags together. It feels slightly lighter, not like a lot lighter, but you do feel like it's a little bit lighter. In terms of craftsmanship on this bag, one thing I did notice, besides the floppiness of the fabric, the canvas fabric, it is very thin and it's not bulky. Is the stitching inside of this bag. In terms of craftsmanship, I think this fails because the stitching, you can see how it's, when you look at it close up, it's just like a machine stitch, like it came off an assembly line somewhere. Filson has always had this handcraft feel, like someone made this in like, you know, like a shop, like a leather shop. Someone was stitching this, and you see that in this older bag. You see how the stitching overlaps, and it just looks more handmade. And I feel the craftsmanship on this bag. I feel like someone sat down and took their time, maybe 12 hours, 13 hours, over a couple of days, maybe just making sure every stitch was done. Inside this thing is this seal here is wax. So it's like a wax treatment on this. So they stitch this, treat it with a little bit of wax so water does not seep in through that seam right there. So I feel that this is more of a handmade product. This, it just feels like it went through a machine, like assembly line. And this has no wax treatment. It's just soft kind of cotton, almost. It's like a soft cotton pipe in there, and it doesn't offer any waterproofness to that seam, right? I can feel and see the wax in that seam. There's nothing here. It's just one wraparound pipe in that looks like it was stitched by a machine going down an assembly line. So craftsmanship, sucks on this newer bag. The stitching is perfect. I mean, like I said, it feels assembly line stitched. There's nothing stitched out of place. There's also no loose threads. Like, you can't look at Filson products and look at loose threads. You're not gonna find any. So I'm not even gonna like discuss that. Even as something as poor compared to that, I'm not finding any loose threading or any like where something's coming apart. You're not gonna find that in a Filson product. At least Filson still has that. So in terms of craftsmanship, this definitely wins out. Even from before, when you saw the two bags on the table side by side, it's just a solid bag. It's just floppy. So I don't know, $450. I would never pay that for this bag compared to that bag. This bag is $450. This is not $450. So that's that. In terms of materials, I'm gonna go right into the materials. I had this bag for 10 years. And look at the leather on this. The leather is firm, solid, it's just beefy. This bag, I've had this for a couple of weeks. And I go to work 3 days a week now. I go in office 3 days, 3 days at home. And I don't know, the back strap, right? The back holding strap. And I tend to always hold my bags coming off the train instead of the shoulder. And it's just like fraying on one side, the inside. And the leather here is just so thin, and it's just two types of leather actually in the straps. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but like it's just weird. Like, and this is a brand new bag. I don't know, and I know it's not counterfeit. Like, it's just weird that to see, like, look at that. The quality control is just horrible on this. It's literally two types of leather. I think, I don't know. The leather here is also, I could tell the zipper is like cutting into the leather real easy. A month old. This bag is a month old. I don't know the production of this bag, but it was brand new when I got it. It was wrapped, sealed with tags. This, like, look at this. It's not even close. It's not even close. I'm not even gonna like talk more about that. Looking at the shoulder strap, you see the same inconsistencies with the newer post-pandemic production versus the older Filson. Like, this is beefier, and this also has that craftsmanship. Look at the stitching between these two. I should end the video on this alone. I can end the video here and you'll know what's what. The stitching on these shoulder patterns alone, like this is hand stitched. It's stitched in a perfect sandwich because they have to sandwich it together. It's not one piece of leather. The straps is one piece of leather, so that's its own animal. But the pattern where it's stitched, right? I can see the hand stitch in there going around. I can see the craftsperson started there and they stitched around, carefully stitching it, and then they're there. And the leather is 10 years. Look at that, 10 years. This was stitched with a machine, right? Like, look at that. It's a month of using this. Stitching is weak. It's even like the leather quality is so bad. I could see the hole that the needle made going through the leather. Like I said, this is made on an assembly line. I'm not a quality control expert. I'm not a Filson manufacturing expert. I'm not even a manufacturing expert in anything. But I could see, if you told me this is made in a machine, this was made in an assembly line, this is made in somebody's shop. Stitching the leather, caring for the leather, oiling the leather. This is just like, okay, let's make this and sell it. This tells you everything about the two products. So again, this fails on that alone. So it fails in craftsmanship. It fails on quality of materials. Like, I feel this leather is not the same material as that. The canvas is thinner. The inner admin pockets as well, Filson got rid of that. It used to be a beefy pocket. When you look at this pocket, and it took me a while to realize that, the admin pocket here is the same canvas as the outer bag. So it's the same canvas material there. On this one, it's some sort of like cotton. It's a cotton fabric. And I could literally turn this inside out to show you. Like, I can't do that with that bag. So it's like this cotton material. So it's just a cotton. And you have that more machine stitching there. Not that there's anything wrong with machines doing the stitching for you, but it's you're paying $450 for a bag, right? You gotta want like someone like carefully making this with hand in a shop, thinking about every stitch and how this is gonna finish, right? You know, that's what I would want. I don't know. Everyone's different, I guess. So the admin pocket, and this is a cheap cotton material versus the canvas that continues from the outside inside. So it's a different material in there as well. I don't mind this because it does make the bag lighter. If you don't use this beefy canvas on the inside, it's gonna take off some of the weight of the bag, but the canvas outside is already floppy and cheap. Next is the keychain on these newer bags. I've noticed this when I bought my, I had bought one of these in 2017. I realized that the keychains come all the way out now. Keychain holder is actually beefy. It's similar to the anchor straps for the bag here. On the older bags, the keychain, I've always remembered the older ones. The keychain, at one point I didn't even realize the keychain was in the bag the first month I had the bag. But the keychain is buried in there, and it's a different clasp here. It's quiet, it's simple key. You connect your keys and that. Not much to say there in terms of quality or craftsmanship or longevity. Let's finish this in longevity. If I was to keep one of these bags, it'd be a brown one, or a bag that was pre-pandemic production where I could see the craftsmanship and feel the material. So FILSON is not one of those things where it's abstract when you say, oh, that item has good quality and craftsmanship. It's not an abstract concept for a FILSON product. You can feel it and touch it, smell it, right? So I would definitely keep the brown one because I know this already had a 10-year head start on this bag. This bag is a brand new baby bag that should be standing on its own. It should be doing its own thing. But this bag is just, this is it. This is FILSON, and this is, I don't know, this is something else. It's still FILSON, and like I said, you still get a good quality briefcase in this. And I've been wearing this for a month, no issues. Another thing is the zippers too. Someone's gonna ask in the comments, how's the zippers on this bag? Zippers are still good. The leather around the zippers are still good. It's just standard leather. Oh wow, I just noticed that. Oh, it's the same. Oh, you can actually see that. Again, you see the hand stitching versus machine stitching. There's an imperfection here. That's not even an imperfection, but you notice when the person stitched this, they kind of stitched a different. It's off-centered. I like that. I don't mind. Because I know it's handmade. You can see that. Like this bit imperfection, and I love that about this. It's not perfect. Like this is just machine stitched and perfect. Zip in the old bag is still beefy. Can't really tell. I'm not a zipper expert, but you probably look at the video, you could tell me. The leather is a better quality in this one. This one is just a thinner, floppier leather. It's just a better overall bag. Like if I saw these two side by side in a store, I might not notice right away. You can see the button, the snaps here, all about the same here. I probably couldn't tell, but if longevity, I think this one would last long. It already has a 10-year head start on this. I don't think this bag will probably last me 5 or 6 years. It's a brand new production bag, and already I haven't worn this bag that much. But there's an issue with these new FILSON bags where, as you see there, the buckle rubs against that, and it creates like this weird rubbing of the leather. I don't know if that's real leather. You guys tell me in the comments. I don't know what's going on with these new FILSON bags. But you see here, like, that's how the real leather wears, like, over time. And this is like...